First of all, are you surprised about how popular soccer has become here in the U.S.?
Well, no. I think we were always hoping it was going to be the case, but it's grown. It's grown so much on the men's and women's side, and again, that's what we want. We want progress in the U.S. and we want to be able to compete, around the world. And I think for us on the women's national team, it's always kind of been the case, but you see the men's side is growing as well, so it's massive.
Lindsey, can you talk about just, I'm Michelle Coffin from the Miami Herald, by the way, welcome.
Thank you.
Just how motivated is the team after, I know that, there was disappointment after the World Cup, you've got a new cycle now.
Mm-hmm.
How motivated is the team, and what do you think, pundits and everybody had their theories about what went wrong. What do you think went wrong, and what do you think is going to be worked on in the coming months to get the team back together?
Well, again, we're a few months off of that now, so I think we're just gonna focus on moving forward, like you said. And I think the team is, fully motivated, as we always are, after any big tournament win or loss. I think obviously there's extra motivation right now because that's not the way that we want it to go out. But we have an Olympics, just around the corner, which is, always a huge main focus for us in this U.S. national team. So I'm proud of what we've accomplished the last few months, because it's been hard and because we had to progress and we had to look forward, and the future's just upon us. So I'm very excited, and I'm excited to see where this team goes.
Can you also talk about just the hiring of a new coach and just your feelings on that? And I know it's a few months now or whatever, you have to wait, interim coach in the meantime, but just talk about that transition.
Yeah, I think the team and myself, we were so very happy and honored to have Emma as our coach. So many great things that she's done in the course of her career and with Chelsea as well, even though they're a main competitor of mine right now. But we're very honored to have her. Obviously we don't get her full time till May, but I think Twyla's doing great with the team as well.
2 matches now coming up against China. Obviously you haven't played them now for 5 years. What are your expectations for these 2 games?
Well, again, like I said before, the women's game has grown so much, and so I think no matter what, we're going to have a highly competitive game, and obviously a big camp for us. It's a lot of new faces and kind of the end of the year, so an exciting way to go out against a good opponent. And again, we haven't seen them in 5 years, so it'll be interesting for us, but that's great. We love this kind of competition.
Have you had a chance to look at their kind of strengths and weaknesses? Obviously Asian champions going into this. What kind of battle are you kind of expecting for them?
Well, we just got here, so we haven't done full technical analysis yet, but I think that will come in the next few days. But again, I think it's a great side, and like you said, Asian champions as well. So a team that likes to win, and a team that's growing and progressing through the women's game.
Just building on that other question, obviously this is a moment for the US team to kind of reflect and rebuild. Where do what are the key focuses on, as far as these 2 games are concerned in terms of the US team?
Well, again, I know it's it's been a long year for a lot of these players that are in the NWSL, so this is kind of the end of the season for them, end of the year for them. So I think it's we want to go out on a high and show kind of where this team is progressing forward, and we won't have a lot of time together, until January, February when the next camp is. So I think just highly important for us to, start meshing together and improving more, progressing, and 2 great games, because we don't have a lot of games before the Olympics, so we got to utilize them and do whatever we can to win these games, but progress as a team as well.
Just on that Olympic thing, so is that really like, as you say, it's really on the horizon? Is that really like your key motivation now? That's really where the point of the arrow is moving towards as a team?
Well, it's one of them. Obviously, we have the Gold Cup as well, coming up in February. So that's a huge tournament for us. It's the first one for us. So I think we take each game as it comes. But Olympics is on its way, and that's a medal that we want to win, that we haven't won in a long time. And then the cycle starts for the next World Cup, and so everything starts now. Every camp matters, every training matters, every game matters. So very, very excited.
Lindsey, Emma obviously had some comments about the U.S. team before she was put into this role. I guess, what were your thoughts on what she said? Did you maybe agree or disagree with them, or what did you and your teammates kind of think of what she kind of said before she got the role?
Could you let me know what she said?
Okay.
I don't read everything.
I'm sorry, I have to pull it up. But she kind of just, you know, the talent needs to, you know, make more possessions. You know, need to kind of be a little bit more creative. She was a little bit critical of the team.
Yeah, well, one, I think anyone can be critical of our team after, you know, coming off this this World Cup. I think you have to kind of deep dive in and see, you know, what did go wrong and what needs to be done and how we can progress. And I think that is the job of a new coach, to come in to sit here and be like, what does this team need? And I think she's probably spot on with there's so much talent in this team. And I don't think the world has seen enough of it yet, just because we need to go out and show it. We need to be able to mesh together and you know, show everything that we have and what we're all about and how we can, you know, really collaborate and play together and be more of a team and be a powerhouse again. So but again, it's going to be exciting for us to obviously have her and see what she can do with this team and how she can help us improve moving forward.
As one of the veteran, quote unquote, veteran players, leader position, what do you do? What can you do to integrate? You know, there is such young talent. And then, you know, how do you blend those two together, the younger generation and the more veteran generation? How do you do that as someone who's a leader on the team?
Well, first off, I think the younger generation is taking over. I think it's a very cool thing. I think we have a very young team here right now, and a few new individuals as well. So I think it's important for them to be able to fully insert themselves and be comfortable in this environment, but know that it's going to be a challenge. And being on the U.S. national team and being in camp here is it's hard, it's difficult, and there's a standard to be held and a level that you have to get up to every single day and to be able to show up every day and have that competitive, you know, edge. So I think that's huge for them. I think for me, it's, you know, one, about helping them, you know, come into this environment, be able to be themselves, but know that, hey, you have to be up to this level, come show up every single day, hold that standard, and we want to go out and win a gold medal come this summer. So I think that's the priority, is, you know, every single thing that we do is, you know, for that, and then we want to win again.